and BJ Constructions. I just want to run you through these first units and show you where the termite damage and some structural problems are. Thank you, Paul. No, say hello. Hey. There's Uncle Lenny there, one of our clients. Hey, Alright, look, this is the units I've showed you a few, about a month or so ago, these two here. They've had severe termite damage and some structural problems in here that we put down to when they were built. What happened is the engineer called up that this steel beam had to be all scrubbed back and get all the rust and everything off it, and then a couple of coats of rust inhibitor and some coal gold paint, which the boys have just done. So as you can see, we lifted up the floors to take them so they could get the top of the beam done as well, and so it's all been finished off. But this, if you remember, these had timber plates on the bottom and the top. Termites had eaten them out and stuff like that. Now, this two units and these other ones down here have all been run through by a team of guys who went in there and just went through and covered up all of these problems, these structural problems. The termites are eating everything out, and they just covered it all up. They put new packers over the top of the old work, and covered it up with blue board and then painted it. So we'll have a look over here if you've seen this bit before. So you can see, I hope you can see up here alright, what's going on, but get up a little bit higher if I can. Whoops. You can see these ones here. Right, these have all been covered up by these people, and this balcony is quite high off the ground, as you can see. There's no strength left in these beams whatsoever. So if this unit was rented out to some people and they wanted to have a party, and so there's 20 or 30 people on the deck, this place would collapse. You'd have serious injuries, and it could even have deaths. There's been a coroner's inquest into this type of stuff up here a few years back, and as a consequence all the building legislation changed on balconies. I've seen some stuff covered. This is absolute negligence at its worst to have that. You can see here, there's the new packers. Look, brand new packers next to termite infested. Look at that, termite eaten timber beams, structural beams that are holding it all up, and they put brand new packers next to that and covered it up with blue board. Absolute disgrace. So it's illegal building work. It's not assured, it didn't go through a certifier, didn't have any QBCC warranty taken out, and it didn't have any contract in place. Absolutely shocking. So this beam here is the same thing, look. There you go, there's the new packer and the old eaten out piece of beam in there. Here's another one.
That one's a beauty.
Yeah, look at this one, there's hardly anything left of it at all. Yeah, Paul's poking at his tape measure, it's just fallen apart. There's a new packer nailed on the side of that thing there. Absolute disgrace. So when we go around a bit further and we find other stuff like this. Now we put this down to the construction side of it when the place was being built. We'll go in outside there with you. Now have a look at this. I hope they can work that out. And this column is supporting that steel beam. This the steel beam supporting the balcony. Okay, now above there is another column. What happened is that column has been cut in half, lifted with a crane, and they've dumped the column, I can see it, and it's sitting on top of two bits of timber packers, a column, been there for years. So anyway, we pull it apart. Now Paul, show you, go on Paul, do it. Look at that, look at this, this whole concrete column has been snapped at the bottom. See it moving like that? That's absolutely incredible. I can't believe that they've actually done that. So we're going to have to now pull this column right out because it's been snapped out right down at the footing down the bottom here. And what we're going to do is replace it with a SHS steel column, and then form a bit of formwork around the outside, and then render it up. But it's absolutely amazing. It's been put back there. So. We've got this like this so that we were going to treat it with termites, but now we've come across this as another major issue that we found in these units. It's just absolutely disgraceful how they even got past in the first place. So we go over here and we have a look on this other side, the unit next door to it, and we can just have a look through what we're going on. I've had to actually cage the whole place up to temporary fencing right around it for workplace health and safety, just to make sure that all of this, no one can get in here, and nobody can think, Paul, that sign's upside down. And you just have a look at this signage we've had to put up. We can't take the risk of anybody coming anywhere near it. So, yeah, it's upside down, mate. Look, Paul! So, back onto this, you can see up here, we've had to put signage up. We've got termite infestation, structural damage, repairs and quality control in progress. We've had to let everybody know because this is so dangerous. Absolutely. So I've got these other signs here, demolition works in progress, do not enter construction site. We have to have them up. So if we've got the same thing around here, in this other unit, you can see, we'll get around here, you might get another shot of it. You can see the same thing there. They've cut the column in half, and they've got cut it in half, lifted it up, and it's sitting on a piece of timber. The top there, see, it's just sitting on timber. I can't believe it. So we're going to termite treat this column, the bottom one, inject some moulding into that, and then we're going to come down in one. We get that all finished. We're going to put this grout called Render Rock LA55. It's a special grout the engineers called up that goes in, goes hard as. So we've got to prepare this for the manufacturer's specifications, form it up, and put this Render Rock LA55 in here, which will mould these two columns together as one again. So that's where we're up to on this units at the moment. We've got the engineer coming over for another inspection of these beams. They've all been painted up, they've come up good. So if they had been sitting there much longer, let it rusted out, it would have lost this structural capabilities. So you can see here they've come up pretty well, and it's given us a chance to look at these floor joists underneath. There's no sign of termites eating them out, which is good for the owners. So at least it's a bit of a win there for them. So anyway, that's this one. It's an absolute disgrace, and something should be done about it. That people coming in and covering up stuff like this, just actually coming in, putting new packers over the top of old termite stuff, wrapping it up in blue board, rendering it and painting it, and then taking off the money. Absolutely ripping off the clients and the owners. Disgraceful. But anyway, we'll come back to you on it when we get a bit further down the track. So at the moment, Brian's signing off.